Hi crafty friends, Melissa Minor here, and I'm really excited to be sharing a layout with you today. My daughter just got her driver's permit, and so I'm going to make a new driver layout. So let's take a look at all the products that I'm going to be using before we get started. So I have a lot of this 49 in Market Wherever collection, and I found that it was perfect for a new driver. So this first item here, this is the Wherever chipboard words. And there's some fun words in here like go drive, and it's just perfect. The next thing I have are these Wherever chipboard bits. And in here, there's a stoplight that I really liked. There's one that says road trip. There's some little cars. That's going to be good. And then this is the Wherever laser cut elements. Again, a lot of the repeating elements from the chipboard, but they're more detailed. And then I'm bringing in this stencil from All and Create. And then this is the Wherever 12 by 12 Solids collection pack. And then I also have the Wherever 12 by 12 collection pack. So I love the little car paper in here. So this is going to be just great to make today's layout. I'm also going to be using some distress script paste. And then I'm bringing in some Shimmerz Paints Minor 49er. Now I will have everything linked down below in the description box, and if you place an order with Shimmerz Paints, if you leave my name in the leave a comment for your order section, Shimmerz Paints will send you a free gift. All right, so I love this paper. This paper, how it has like the little road scene at the bottom, and I love 49 in Market papers because it already looks distressed, but I like to kind of add my own thing to it. I like to mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to be adding some mixed media here. So I put my stencil down up in the upper right hand corner, and I'm bringing in this distress paste. I'm thinning it out here. My idea is to put some paste in this upper right hand corner, and then I also want to bring this paste into the lower left corner. So I'm being careful to put my stencil in the same direction. I was kind of thinking about maybe turning it, but I think I want to use it in the same direction. There's going to be a lot of elements overlapping these, so you won't be able to tell that it's in the same direction. But I have an idea of that I want to put some of that Inklings Minor 49er color from Shimmerz Paints over top of this paste. And so I thought it would be easier to put my stencil in one direction. So after I smooth this out, then I am going to bring in my heat tool off camera just so that I can make sure that this paste is good and dry. So I have the Inklings here, and this has lots of shimmer in it, and to activate it, all you need to do is spray a little bit of water. Now I'm bringing in an ink dauber because at first I thought I wanted to mix up the paint and then apply the paint over my stencil paste. But I'm going to quickly realize that I don't really want to do that because since my paste is already dry, the paint is kind of rolling off of the paste. And so it's not sticking to the paste like I want it to. And you can see I'm kind of going over the same area like multiple times. And so I'm going to decide to go in with my paintbrush, and that's not really working like I wanted it to either because the paint or the paste is already dry. So trial and error, right? And so I'm going to end up removing this stencil and applying the paint all over the area. So here I'm trying to just paint over it, and I'm like, no, that's not really working like I wanted it to. So then I decide to just go in and apply the paint. And it's really subtle because it is similar to that same color that's up there in the paper. It's hard to appreciate on camera, but this Minor 49er, I love the names, and the Shimmerz Paints, they're so fun. But it's really shimmery, and so I think it's so pretty. And you can see it maybe a little bit better down here in the bottom section where I'm painting. I did not prep my paper or anything, so I could have prepped it with some gesso to allow it to hold the paint more easily to move around. But I really like the way that this looks. It was unexpected, but I like the way it turns out. So I'm going to continue applying some of the paint here in this section, and you see how it's kind of, you can kind of see it now in that upper right corner. See the how it's really shining? And so I love that little just extra hint of mixed media. Now I'm going in and I am splattering, making some of these gorgeous golden splatters all over my page, not just in my areas of mixed media, but all over the page. And so those will be peeking out from behind my photos. So I love the way that looks. So I'm gonna, and then here I am, I'm bringing in some paper, and I love this little car paper. So I have torn the top and the bottom edge, and I've used my edge distressing tool, and I've already distressed this. Now I'm coming in with some tacky glue. Anytime you have some mixed media on your background, if you just use a tape runner, it's probably only going to be a temporary holding. So by adding this tacky glue and wet glue, it's going to hold it forever. Here's my photo. So this is my daughter Tatum, and I'm actually making this layout on the same day that she got her permit. So she's so cute. We had a little, let's see, a dilemma, maybe, I guess you would call it, when we went to get her permit. So we couldn't go get her permit in the same town that we live in like we normally would, because she had softball practice during the whole time that they're open. They're only open for a few hours, like on the third Friday of the month. So there's very limited hours. I don't know if it's like that where you live, but here it's very, very limited hours. Here I'm showing you the distress tool that I use, and I'm adding some craft foam to the back of my photo. So we ended up going to a neighboring small town, and we had to go to 3 different places. We couldn't find where you were supposed to take the test. And I know a lot of her friends struggled with the written test to get the permit. They had to take it multiple times. So I was really proud of her. She got it on the first try. And here, the pictures of her driving are right after we left the driver's license place when she got her permit. So you can see on the left photo, she's like laughing. She was so excited and big smiles. So I love that. Okay, so here I'm bringing in some of the various elements from the laser cut elements, the chipboard pieces, and also the titles. So I have a few things here. I love this title that says Go Drive. I know I want to put that down. And then I have a little bit of a chipboard frame. I did cut that some so that it would fit up there, and just to give it a little visual interest, I added that frame. Thought that was kind of a unique way to use that frame. So I'm adding my glue here in my title, Go Drive. And then look at this. This is super cute. A road sign that says Do Not Enter. And so I know I want that up there. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue on the back of that. And I'm just having so much fun embellishing this page. I thought that I was going to have to go out and buy some new products, and I went looking, and there's not a lot of products I found for like new drivers, or so I think this layout would be perfect for anyone that gets their permit, any new drivers. And so I hope this inspires you and helps you create a layout if you have a child in your life that is new to driving. Here I'm bringing in some foam strips. These are great for making shakers, but they're also great for little small places where you need to add a little bit of dimension, so a little bit of foam. And this is terrible. I can't decide, is the green light on the bottom or is it on the top? So I decided to put it on the bottom, and I'm not really sure if that's where the green light is on a stoplight, so I hope it's not upside down. I'm going to have to look that up. And then look at this little embellishment. Isn't that cute? That's a little steering wheel. I love that. And then there's several of these little cars in the chipboard elements, and they got little headlights. So I know I want to add a car up here, kind of overlapping my photos. Now, my photos are all 3x4 in size, and I did mat them first on white cardstock, and then the paper directly behind my white cardstock there, that's from the solid collection pack. So I chose a yellow because her sign that she's holding, permit driver, I thought that kind of just tied in that yellow. And then this is a little walk and don't walk sign. That's super cute. I think I want to add some leaves over here just to kind of make this all flow and tie together. So I'm adding a few of these leaves. Oh, I love the leaves that are in the laser cut elements. 49 and Market has the best embellishments. And then I'm going to add a little piece of foam here to this flower. I want to bring some florals into the page. There is some florals in the background of the paper, and so I just want to make them pop and come off the page. So I'm adding one up here. Now that flower doesn't end up staying up there. I do move it later on, but right now I think I like it. Here's another one of those road signs. So I'm going to repeat that down here in the lower left-hand corner. And then I want to bring in another car. And so I'm noticing here, oh, the headlight came out, so I'm going to struggle a bit to pick it up out of my stack and sort tray, but once I get the little headlight, then I'm going to use my little strip of foam to kind of hold that in. So I'm going to add this little car down here on the left side, and these cars match the perfect collection perfectly because it's all from the same collection, so I love that. This is a great collection. I've used it several times and I have so much left. It looks like I haven't even touched it. So I'm really excited about that. You get so many pieces in all of these. In the laser cut elements, it says you get 101. In the chipboard pieces, it says you get 67. And then for the chipboard titles, you get 57 titles. So that's a lot. Okay, so I just added a little word that says drive with an arrow, and I'm adding a little yellow word strip to the top that says ready to go. And I want to try to put this little, it's like a road sign with an arrow, and I do move this around, but for now I'm going to place it down here in this lower left. And so I'm adding, right now I'm adding some just tape adhesive because I'm not sure about it, and good thing I did because I'd end up moving that later on in this process. So I'm just going to continue digging here through some of the embellishments that I have pulled out. And I thought about maybe a journaling card. Now, I don't end up journaling on this page today, but I will go back in and print some journaling on my computer, and I will print that out and stick this on the page at a later time. I'm going to repeat this. I like repeating elements, so I have the leaves in the upper left, so I'm going to draw them down here now to the bottom right. And I got that stuck down, and then I'm going to bring in, I was thinking about this stoplight, but it's different. This is from the chipboard elements, and you can see here how it has like the white around it. So I don't end up adding that stoplight. I like the elements in the laser cut elements better than the chipboard, and the reason is because the chipboard has white borders and the laser cut do not. So if you can't decide which one that maybe you want, the laser cut do not have the white border on them. I mean, they're all great, and I end up using pieces from all of them. Like the little cars, those are from the chipboard pieces, and I love that they already have dimension on them. The steering wheel I used was from the laser cut, and the stoplight was from the laser cut. So I'm adding a few more pieces all around the layout, and I'm trying to, you can see here I added the word road trip. I'm trying to add some more words. I auditioned them in a few places, but that one just didn't make the layout. And then I have this little sign that says detour, and I really like that. And you know, when else would I use a little sign that says, a wordy bit that says detour? So I thought it was perfect for this page. And let's see here. I'm almost finished bringing in these embellishments. I want to bring in this ribbon, but I just don't think it looks right in any of the places. My daughter loves bows, so I thought that that would be cute. And here's a bow right here. This is, it kind of looks like rope. And so here's where I decide, I'm like, I think if I move that flower, then I could put that little bow up there. So I'm going to peel off the flower, and I'm going to end up moving this flower down to the lower left here. And then I'm going to add the ribbon up there to the top. And yeah, I like the way that that is. It overlaps my wordy bit there a little bit. So I'm going to bring in some scissors, and I'm going to trim that just a little bit. Here's where I move that arrow, moving it all around the page, and I think I want it like around the photos, kind of like it's hanging off a rear view mirror is where I was going with that. And so I do end up placing it here, and it just kind of mimics that it's hanging off of a rear view mirror. So I like the way that looks. Still looking through my embellishments, trying to see if there's anything else I want to add. And nope, I don't think, I like that one that said New Adventures, but it's not going to make the layout. Here's where I strip or clip the little arrow bow. And I want to add this over here. I went ahead and this is a tab and I wrote the date, August 16th, 2024. I think it's always important to date your layouts so you know when the pictures were from. And there, I have everything finished. Off camera, I did go in and glue some sequins and some sparkly gems. I will have still shots on my Instagram and my Facebook page. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not already a subscriber, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.